Subject basic human rights. In the previous lecture we studied about the concept of justice. Now we will continue the concept of justice as the political thinkers since earliest time have been trying to formulate the concept of justice. Okay, means many political thinkers in the history has formulated the different concepts regarding the justice. Means they made different definition of justice. However, with the passage of modern consciousness, or with the dawn or with the arrival of modern consciousness, what is meant by modern consciousness? Means in today's world the people are educated about what happens around the world. So it called as modern consciousness. And what is meant by dawn? Dawn means in today's context or arrival, especially under the influence of principle of democracy. The very important point is principle of democracy and socialism. Principle of democracy and socialism. This concept has been thoroughly transformed. Okay, means the principle of justice, when we see with respect to principle of democracy and socialism, then the concept of justice has been thoroughly transformed. As a result, the traditional view of justice has given way to the concept of social justice. As we'll see here, the traditional view of justice means earlier the concept of justice were focused only on the social justice. Now, what is meant by social justice? We'll see here in detail about social justice. As in Indian society, before independence, due to some means there that time some practices were exist, like at common place some peoples were not allowed to enter to take the benefit of the social place. So we can say it was such evil practice of society. So when we formulated our constitution, then constitution itself given the principle that is equality for all. Means every persons who are born in a territory of India can enter into any social places which are either run by central government, state government, or maybe local governments. We'll see what is meant by social places. Means everyone has a right to enter a bus stop. Everyone has a right to enter at a public place. So we can say a social or public place. So it's called as social justice. Social justice means we need to remove all the barriers of restrictions for all the peoples. Means all peoples are equally eligible to enter at all public places. It is called as concept of justice. And it was a social, means the concept of social justice. So it was a traditional view of justice. Now, in a nutshell, the problem of justice in a contemporary world. Contemporary means we called as, that is when we generally we say contemporary means recently, in recent world. The exact meaning of the contemporary is recent world. In recent world scenario, the concept of justice is concerned or related with determining logical criteria for allocation of goods and services, opportunity, benefits, powers and honors, as well as obligation in society, particularly in scarcity situations. Here, so the traditional view of the society justice we see. Now, in a contemporary world or in recent world, the concept of justice is little bit become broader. Little bit become broader. Now, in a broad way, the justice concern about allocation of goods. What is meant by allocation of goods? See, we can take the example of Indian public distribution system, or we can say Indian ration system. Now, Government of India provide the ration of foods through different outlet of public distribution centers at a concessional price to all peoples of India. All peoples of India. Now here it is allocation of goods. Allocation means transfer or given. So we can take the example, Government of India gives the rationing foods to all the peoples of India who are below the poverty line. Below the poverty line. So this is concept about allocation of goods. Now services. We can take the service. Services means, suppose in a village or in a city there is government hospital. So the services of government hospital are equally available to all peoples of society. So we can take example, we have taken the example of healthcare system, means for C means in a hospital that government hospital services are equally available to all peoples of society. Means we cannot make any kind of distinction between rich and poor. We cannot make any kind of distinction between men and women. We cannot make distinction between religion while providing the medical services to all peoples of India. Now here we have taken only one example. Now there are many examples. Now we need to see the opportunity. As already I have told that in the Indian Constitution, it is clearly mentioned that in the fundamental rights, it is clearly mentioned that every people of the country shall have equal opportunities. Shall have equal opportunities. So this is a very broad phenomenon. This is a very broad phenomenon. Now benefits means in contemporary the justice concept involve we need to provide a benefits that already we discussed, that is equal benefits to all peoples. Here we can take the example. Suppose a person who is working on a post, say example like assistant professor, or he is as a teacher. He is working as a teacher in a primary education system. Okay, or we can say the primary teacher. So suppose one person is getting the salary of rupees 50,000. The same benefit will be provided to another teacher. Means while giving the benefits, we need to maintain equality. So then and then we can give the justice to all. Similarly, few years back, the Government of India has given one rank, one pension scheme, one rank, one pension benefits to all the ex-servicemen who retire from three different services like Army, Navy, Air Force. So that is equal justice, or we can say the equal benefits. Okay. Then similarly, power and honor. Suppose a person who is working as a deputy collector, or a person who is working as a collector. So generally in India, in Maharashtra we call a collector. In another parts of state it is called as DM, that is district magistrate. Okay. So all the collectors or DM has equal power, and that power they draw from the constitutions and different laws made by the respective states. So here we need to provide equal powers to all. And the honors, we need to provide equal honors to all. Okay. So here we studied the traditional view of justice. It focuses on the social justice and contemporary view of justice. Okay. In short, justice is concerned with the allocation of benefits as well as burden. So benefits means we can get a right, and burdens means we can get responsibilities. See here, allocation of benefits and burdens we can say the responsibilities, or we can say the duties. So justice will provide allocation of benefits as well as allocation of duties. Okay, now here again we'll see what is meant by procedure justice and substantive justice. Okay, now a distinction is drawn between procedure justice and substantive justice. We'll see distinction between these two types of justice, that is procedure justice and substantive justice. The former, that is procedure justice, refers to justice or fairness or impartiality of the processes and procedure. So the procedure justice mention or refers about justice or fairness or impartiality of processes and procedure through which a law or policy of decision is arrived at and applied. Now, what is meant by procedure justice? We can take the example of admission process for engineering. Suppose for the first year or for the second year, the students are getting enrolled or getting admission on the basis of their merit. Okay, the student will get their admission only on the basis of merit. So how the student get admitted? It is clearly mentioned in the process. The very first process will be the application will be opened. Then every student need to fill all details in correct manner. Okay, once the application process is completed, then a standard merit list will be displayed. Okay, then the third process will be the student need to allocate their preferences. Okay, once the preferences, the first preferences means first round, we can say the first round, or we can say allocation of preferences. Once the first round is completed, the student who got their desirable college, they will admit to that college, and the persons or the student who do not get the required college, they will go for the next round. Similarly, the process is carried out. So here we can say the admission process we can carry it according to the procedure justice. Means in a procedure justice, a particular set of procedure, that procedure is defined by the law. That procedure we need to follow, then we can say it is procedure justice. Okay, now we'll see what is meant by substantive justice. A substantive justice refers to justice or fairness of the content or outcome of laws or policies, decision, etc. So the very important point is here substantive, that is outcome of law. Now how we can say the substantive justice, we can elaborate. Now see, we'll see the outcome and substantive justice. Say students who appear for exam, all students write their exam and the result declared. We can say the student who score more than 60% marks, we can declare them as first class. The person who got in engineering, who in engineering term who got 66.67% and above, will say he got distinction. And the person who got more than 70% or 75%, we can say he stood or he scored distinction with first class. So we can refer the substantive justice in terms of outcome of laws. Okay, so how we can measure the outcome of student? We can measure the outcome of student by how much percent he got in exam. So that is called as outcome. Similarly, we can also refer the substantive justice in terms of policy. Suppose government of India or any state government made one policy, and the policy is, say, about the policy, when we talk about the policy, the basic objective of the policy is to provide equal benefits or equal share to all peoples. Now take any scheme of government of India. We can refer a midday meal scheme. In government colleges or government schools from first standard to say higher secondary, the students, or we can say first standard to seventh standard, the students are getting a midday, or we can say the from first standard to 10th standard, all the students who are enrolled in government colleges or government schools, will get a midday meal scheme. So what is the benefit of the midday meal scheme? That government is thinking to improve the health of our student. So for that purpose, Government of India has made the policy. And that policy, what is the outcome? Outcome of the policy will be to improve the health of the students. It will be the outcome. So it is called as type of substantive justice. Okay. Now we'll see the next point. The principles of procedure justice have traditionally been based on the idea of formal equality of person. That is, principle of procedure justice based on formal equality of person. That is, the equality as human being. Means principle of procedure justice treat all human beings are equal. Procedure justice treat all human beings are equal, or as subject to the rule of law. As subject to the rule of law. Again, here we can make distinction between rule of law and rule by law. In Government of India, the Constitution or Government of India follows rule of law. Rule of law means the law defined the rules. See, say here the rule is defined by law and law is defined by the Constitution. Okay, but when we talk about the American Constitution, rule by law means there are some little bit distinctions about rule of law and rule by law. We can understand that rule of law is the process we follow in India, and rule by law the process followed in USA while making any law. Okay, so as principle of procedure justice, subjects of rule of law, irrespective of their differences in gender, religion, race, caste, and wealth. Gender means we cannot make distinction or differences basis on gender, like person who is a male, a person who is a female. We cannot make such kind of distinction. Again, in procedure justice, we cannot make distinction basis on the religion. Means we cannot make a difference while giving a justice to some basis on the religion. Means we cannot make difference between the religion. We cannot make a race. Race means not running. Race means we cannot make a difference between higher society, higher class, lower class. Okay, such a way we cannot make any kind of distinction. Also, we cannot make any kind of distinction based on the caste. We cannot say he is belong to upper caste and he should get all the facility. Okay, so we cannot do such kind of distinction which based on the caste. Similarly, we cannot make distinction based on the wealth. Often, regularly, the right-based justice is seen as the procedure justice, whereas the need-based justice is seen as substantive justice. Now, what is meant by right-based justice? Right-based justice means now in procedure. So here we can take example of students. Now, every student who has passed out of 10th, or we can say SSC completed, and he has duly filled his application form for admission. Okay, the SSC pass out student has filled the application form for diploma or for 11th standard. So every student, all of them who have passed the SSC and filled the exam form, that is admission form, has the right to take part in admission process. So here we say procedure justice is the right-based justice. And what is the need-based justice? Or we say relation between need-based justice and substantive justice. When a student who has scored 95% and above, he or she may get a better college. So it is depend upon the need base. So the student has different percentage. According to that percentage and according to their needs or preferences, they will get their college. Okay, so it is called as substantive justice. So here we can take a short review. In a procedural justice or substantive justice, we have made some differences. The procedural justice focus on the process, and substantive justice focus on the outcome of law. Okay, so here we have finished the procedural justice and substantive justice.